Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl in your face when you are sleeping. With drones fulfilling our dream of flying, there is nothing out of sight, from bizarre creatures to creepy sightings and mysterious phenomenons. Hang in there to see some of the most incredible things caught on drones that no one was supposed to see. Cornfield Clown. This spooky drone footage from the cornfields of Huntsville shows a rather very scary sighting when this guy, in awe of capturing a serene view of fields from the above, stumbled across something strange. Right in the middle of the field, there was a man standing in a bright orange t-shirt dressed up as a creepy clown. But what was he doing among the fields? Scaring crows? Anyhow, the clown, after poking into the drone, started to flee behind the bushes as if he was more scared than the flying drone. Desert Ghost. A man, while over the desert in Portugal, stumbles upon this eerie figure walking among the mountains. Recorded in August 2016, the clip features this giant humanoid creature camouflaged with the sandy desert and mountains and appearing in a slightly hunched back. But as soon as it notices being spied, it kind of vanishes in the bushes. Rumor has it the strange figure is a sand zombie living in the mountain while hunting on camels. Let us know, what do you people think of it? Girl in the Woods. Straight out of your nightmares and into the Canuck chase, this drone footage, after capturing the fields, spotted a girl standing on the edge of the field. At first, it looks like an ordinary girl, but little did they know, the girl had no eyes, wearing a creepy white dress as if it's some sort of ghost living among the fields. Well, according to reports, Canuck Chase is a hotbed for such sightings, and this creepy girl with hollow eyes is known to rule over the entire field for decades. But how did she end up being here? No one knows yet. Headless Animal. Is it an animal ghost or an injured animal? Take a closer look at how this bizarre animal with no head appears to walk pretty normally. I know it sounds weird, but this camel here seems to walk just fine too, without a head. Well, before you feel terrified, it's because both of these animals appear to walk with their heads turned around the other way, which is a usual behavior of some animals when they feel frightened or are looking for a prey. The Church of Ghost. Do you believe in ghosts? If not, you might change your mind after seeing this drone footage of an abandoned church filled with eerie white figures. Located in the tiny Czech town of Lakova, a church called St. George's Church has been abandoned since 1968, when the roof fell through during a funeral. However, while playing off its haunted history, local artist Jakub Haderva created 32 life-size ghosts to live inside the church, using fellow classmates as models and covering them in sheets to the perfect plaster casts for the eerie effect. Moose shedding antlers. This drone managed to capture a hunter's dream when on January 12, 2023, in New Brunswick, Canada, a bull moose was spotted in the middle of the snow. But that's not the moment of fortune. Wait until you see this giant moose shaking its head to get rid of those big pair of antlers. Well, actually, there's a natural behavior of male moose to shed their antlers off after the mating season ends, and opt for the new and better one for the next season to attract the prettiest female moose out there. The real horsepower. If you haven't seen a merry-go-round with real horses, take a look at this clip from Nadam Festival in China. The clip shows hundreds of horses galloping in unison, running in circles across grasslands with their coats gleaming under the sun. The magnificent beasts are seen kicking off the dust storm before taking it into the distant horizon across the rolling grassland. Nadam, which means games in the Mongolian, lasts for 3 days every summer and is centered around the traditional Mongolian games of archery, wrestling, and horse racing. Elephants foraging from garbage. This heartbreaking footage from Sri Lanka shows a herd of 15 wild elephants rummaging through a mound of garbage in search of rotting food. While it looks distressing, according to officials, these elephants rush towards land littered with thousands of plastic waste after the locals dump their rubbish in the hilltop at night, hurriedly running after the tons of plastic waste. It has been noticed that so far 6 of these gentle giants have already given up due to the intake of toxins. Horse floating on water. In July 2022, a lady named Kelly Rogers went paddleboarding with 2 of her grandchildren on the Salt River in Tonto National Forest, Arizona. However, after spotting a pair of horses standing in the middle of the river, Roger decided to film them in her cell phone, and when she looked back at the recorded footage, the horses appeared to be floating. Is this some sort of magical phenomenon? Or those Hardy Boys were infused with some unicorn superpowers? Well, it turns out since Roger was moving on a paddleboard, it kind of created an optical illusion, featuring the horses floating over the water surface. 1 million bats. While flying their drone, Christian Demetrius, along with Fran Hutchins, found a Batman cave outside San Antonio, Texas, with thousands of bats emerging from it and filling up the sky with a tornado of tiny black birds. Actually, when dusk falls, 20 million Mexican free-tailed bats swoop off Bracken Cave for their nightly insect hunt. And while this entire site is an unforgettable experience to watch, according to research, each night these bats eat up to 20 tons of moths. Dog rescued from mountain. On the eve of Christmas, Nayla the dog went missing after she was separated from her owner and spent the rest of the night in the snowy mountains near Waterfall Canyon, Utah. Alone, stranded, and failed to find her owner, the poor dog was unable to get back to her home because of steep and icy terrain. But thanks to the rescue team with their high-tech drone, they were able to locate Nayla and safely rescue her by the end of Christmas Day. Mysterious crop circle. Appearing in July 2020, this next drone footage shows a mysterious crop circle in the middle of a field in northern France. A farmer, while driving his tractor along the crops, noticed someone destroying his crop. Pretty terrified and angry, eventually he got to know the rare phenomenon of patterns is created to add a charm of beauty to the field by flattening a large area of crop. Here, the figure is Templar Cross, signifying the accomplishment of great knights and martyrs who fought for their land and independence. Giant humanoid figure. In the province of Alberta, a man called Andrew Dawson saw a humanoid figure walking on the peak of the icy mountain with no support at all. The opaque figure, despite being daring, looks like vibes of utter creepiness, because no one in their right minds would ever dare do something like that, except if it's not an actual human being, right? Well, according to some people, it could be some kind of mountainous animal, which looks kinda eerie from a distance. Anyways, what are your thoughts on it? This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Today's subscriber pick is a picture of a girl followed by some sort of supernatural being up on a desolated hill. The video shows this girl carrying a plastic bag, absolutely unaware of what lurks behind her. She continues to move with this shadowy figure following her at each step from behind, not sure as if it wanted to bring on the attack or possess the girl in its capture. The video was initially posted in January 2020, buzzing the internet with rumors of it being an extraterrestrial, where some people actually did believe the alienoid figure took the girl with it afterwards. However, after digging into research, it turns out the video was edited with special effects to create this spooky hallucination. Swimming with school of fish. In October 2020, people swimming at Sydney's world-famous Bondi Beach had a close encounter with several live sharks. The mesmerizing drone footage shows a dozen people taking their morning dip and swimming past a large school of salmon, unaware of beastly creatures believed to be gray nurses, feeding on the school of fish nearby. And while the entire view looks absolutely captivating, one swimmer passes right over a shark, but since they were busy hunting delicious salmons, they didn't bother the swimmers much. No tree forest. Moving on, the next drone footage shows a mysterious land filled with beheaded tree trunks. Although this is not something usual, it turns out HEADLESS Lake in Washington was exposed to severe drought in 2014 while exposing dried up tree stumps. But why were hundreds of these beheaded trees hidden inside the lake? Well, actually 100 years back, all of these lush green trees were cut down for some reason. However, the stumps were preserved as they remain under the surface of water, hiding this dark reality from the entire world. See you next time!